Welcome to the mindset session. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to shop a pen. Let's say a pen name is ABC pen and it is a premium brand pen. You want a specific model, let's say in blue color. Now, for our understanding, we'll imagine that this particular shop has that particular pen, right? So this is how we'll imagine. Now you went to that shop and when you came out, there are three probabilities. First, you did not come out with this pen. Second, you came out exactly with the pen that you wanted. And third is you not only came with this particular pen, but you came with something additional as well. In all the three scenarios, what was it different? Shop is the same, right? Pen is the same. So what is it different? That in one condition you did not buy that pen. In second, you bought exactly the pen that you actually had gone for, right? And in third scenario, you came not with only a pen but something additional, which happens with us all the time, right? So what is it, or because of what reason there was a difference in result? The difference is the seller. A seller, if he is okay, then what happens? You ask for a pen, he gives you that pen. If seller is not at all good, he is rude with us, why would we buy a pen from him, right? And third, if you came out with an additional thing, that means seller is superb. He is fantastic. He knows what exactly you want and he'll serve you that plus something additional, right? We all have been into this place. Now imagine we are in the position of seller and the company HR or a recruiter is that person walking into our office. Don't you think we should be aware what does that person think? Would you not like to learn how to sell better? Here we would see few common points and we would learn specifics along the way. Here we first cover recruiter and company HR's mindset. Recruiters and company HR are boosters to our career. We get a job routed through them in most cases. So isn't it better to know what they think and not behave that we regret later? Yeah. So we will cover first on recruiter, then on company HR. Recruiters don't work for you. Their loyalty is to the one who is paying them. And in most cases it is the company, right? We don't pay recruiters to give us job. They are paid to be friendly with you. So don't share your weaknesses like you hated your ex-boss or you had a fight with a colleague, as they would be the first one to either keep your resume aside or maybe they might share this information with company HR. And in both cases, you have a very high chance of getting rejected. It is good to have a good rapport with recruiter, as they might be having various vacancies across multiple organizations. And out of the multiple candidates, they can refer you first. Also, always listen to them, as they know more about company culture more than you may be able to find it online. Right? So now we'll move to company HR. Employers don't have same way of recruiting. They change as per requirement. Employers adapt to different strategies in good times and in bad times. What do I mean by good and bad time? Let me share you an example. Right now, because of COVID, so many have unfortunately lost their jobs. Companies in market are very much recruiting. They haven't stopped. They might have reduced but not completely stopped. And we will discuss this in some time. So please bear with me. So for now, so many have lost job. Let's say for a company, they have one position. How many candidates do this company have for each position? Hundreds? Or maybe compared to a normal market, it is really high. So, here supply is higher than demand, right? So, if they just share it with their colleague, with their office staff, that they would be giving them a small referral fee, they can easily get the position filled. Vis-a-vis, in a situation, let's say when candidates are really less in the market, they actually pay recruiters or consultant to help them find a job. And then in this case, they have to normally share a payout of 1 month's salary to this consultant. In good times, however, they don't have difficulty in finding candidates. But in bad times, they normally go for job posting, for this HR consultant and job search engine. These are the modes that they would be using it. Let's move on to the next topic. Let me ask you a question. What is the job of company HR? To fill position, right? But is it their only job? Answer is no. It is only a part of their job. Also, let me ask you another question. Is there only one opening at any given point of time? Answer to that is also no. There could be anywhere from 2 to 15 or even more vacancies in few cases. Imagine for each position, HR gets hundreds of resumes to refer. So many candidates to meet who do not fit the criteria for the position. So their job is to eliminate candidates from hundreds of applicants and then eliminate post-meeting people. You may definitely go to next section of resume in case you want your resume to be fantastic. I would request you to please visit that section as well. But for now, recruiters are into elimination because that is their job, to ensure out of hundreds of resume and then hundreds of people whom they have to meet, their job is to fill just one position. So their core job is to eliminate people from every filter that they have. So our main job here would be to ensure that we reduce that elimination as little as possible for us. It could be either in our resume or else in our interview. So that would be our core job while meeting HR. HR is tired of seeing multiple resume and meeting multiple candidates whom they think are not fit for their job. In most cases, HR put the resume within first 10 seconds of viewing them, right? So our main job here would be on three parameters. First, we'll make a resume that is superb, a fantastic resume which will cut through, and they would feel, the HR should feel that this seems to be a nice candidate. Second, when we have an interview, when we meet in person, HR should have the same feeling when our resume was seen. That means HR should feel he seems to be a right candidate. And in third case, we should try and avoid HR. Why? Because their job is to eliminate and we don't want to be a part of elimination. So alternatively, we can meet operational manager. I'll teach you how to do that, right? So in networking, I'll teach you the third portion. For the first 10 second crack interview and how to make a fantastic resume, that is covered in other session of mine. You can definitely go and visit them. So our main job is to make a fantastic resume, have the same impression when we meet in person, and to avoid HR and meet the operational manager who will be our boss or the department head with us.